Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 80 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling Series here on the channels. It is the Royal Quest show. What a major main event we have, though, with Zack Sabre Jr. looking to defend his IWGP Heavyweight title against Pac. Two of Britain's finest battling it out. And hopefully a big ass arena, hopefully the O2. Be cool if we sell out Wembley Stadium, though. I didn't even think about that. That'd be pretty timely for what's going on with AEW wanting to sell that some bitch out. But yeah, I mean, the Royal Quest show is one of the kind of smaller tours. It's only 2 days, plus a strong taping, and then the final day, all happening in England. So that's going to be a lot of fun as far as going across the pond. Well, yeah, I guess it'd be across the world for our case, damn near across the world for us leaving Japan to England. It's going to be a lot of fun it's always nice to go back there because there's usually some good shows that happen from these World Quests, but I think this one's going to be the best one. As yeah, we talked about the main event already, but there's a very, very good co-main event as well for the IWGP United States title, as Tyler Black looking to beat the, just unstoppable Claudio Castagnoli. He's had quite a debut year in New Japan right now. He's looking to end out the year as the United States champion, but Tyler Black, though, is somebody that has been just fantastic. Had a great Intercontinental title reign, and maybe potentially looking to get a U.S. title reign before the end of the year. Then a IWGP Tag Team title matchup between Hiromu Takahashi and Tetsuya Naito, the challengers, former champions at one point, taking on Jay White and Miro. Of course, this is happening because of the Never Open Six-Man matchup that happened at the previous episode, where LIJ defeated the House of Torture. So that's going to be a fun, I think, tag match there. IWGP Intercontinental title matchup, though, between Brody Lee and Walter. Two beefy boys gonna be beating the shit out of each other. That should be fun. For the G1 briefcase as well, having a matchup as Kushida taking on Juice Robinson. Of course, Kushida beat Juice during the G1. That'd be a fun-ass main event, though. Kushida versus Zack Sabre Jr., sign me up. That'd be fantastic. Or, if Pac beats Zack Sabre Jr., Pac and Kushida just having the two junior heavyweights battling out for the heavyweight title. That would be also very, very awesome to see. We're going to have a four-way on the card. It's a New Japan Strong open weight title matchup. Malachi Black versus Calvin Tankman versus Fuminori Abe versus the Great Okan. Those three men in the challengers, Tankman, Black, and Abe, they are going to be having a qualifying matchup to determine who's going to be the contender for the Great Okan at the Strong taping. I believe it's Abe versus Kyle O'Reilly. I believe it's Tankman versus, I want to say it's either Harrison or Jeff Cobb, and then Malachi Black, I believe, is facing Brody King. Could be wrong on that. I think Brody King's facing Calvin Tankman now I'm thinking about it. But nonetheless, all those matches taking place on Strong, which that should be a fun kind of show, though, for the Strong taping. Hopefully that goes over well, because I'm not really sure some of those guys, how they're going to do in the UK. But Malachi Black should be fine. Also Calvin Tankman as well, since he's been with us basically since the beginning. We're also going to have a New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup. It's Daniel Garcia and Kyle O'Reilly taking on the Young Bucks. Love that match. It's a fun little matchup. Obviously the Bucks, I think, going to the UK, I think it makes a lot of sense. Kyle O'Reilly and Garcia. Kyle's worked a couple of Rev Pro shows in his day, and I think Daniel Garcia is going to do really well in that matchup. But that's a fun match. I think stylistically those two teams match up very well. And then the opener, it's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura and Alex Shelley taking on Hanare and El Phantasmo, since we're doing a Kingdom of Strong style versus the Court of Justice for the G1 briefcase. Figured we can have an opener with that, as far as I think that's a good idea to have, obviously, Nakamura on the card, and Nakamura and Shelley as well. That's a great fucking team. But yeah, as far as we have all the shows pre-booked, ready to go, so it's going to be a lot of just zipping through this tour for the main part, but we'll be picking to see where we're going to have our first show be at. So that should be fun. We're not going to be in Budokan for this show, the Yokohama Budokan Arena, but Tanahashi's passing on microphone work to Yumanzai. So that's nice. Nice to see. Yeah, we last year ran a venue that ran 2,400 people as a sellout. We'll see what happens this time around. Wednesday, I believe we'll be going to. Well, let's see here, because I'm trying to think what would be the best place to run. Because it's going to be about the same. It's around 3,000 now. This Ice Dome is a little bit more towards 3,000. See if there might be a 3,000 seater though. Oh my god, we're gonna run Old Trafford? Oh, that would be electric. Oh man, that would be great. That would be absolutely peak. The series, that's the highlight of the series, if we run Old Trafford. Holy shit. Man, we're gonna see how many people we can fit in that goddamn Old Trafford, because that would be amazing. Which is so funny, because also, that we're literally, like, midway through this. Yeah, we're midway, I wouldn't say maybe midway, a couple of months into the season for the Premier League, so that's just kind of funny. That I'm sure they're not going to be pleased with that, having to renovate the pitch to accommodate a wrestling show. But yeah, I mean, the main event, it's a good question on what that should be. We have Kingdom of Strong Style Court of Justice isn't a terrible idea, depending on what it is. I think it's going to be Nakamura, Shelley, and Hammerstone against the Headhunter. Henare and El Fantasma. The Headhunter is going to beat Alexander Hammerstone, because of course Hammerstone will be leaving us. I'm curious what this Dark Order United Empire match is, because I'm assuming, it's pretty stacked 8-man. Well, I don't know why they have Lee Moriarty winning and losing this match. We'll have Lee Moriarty win. He'll beat Black Taurus, though. But, fun little... Oh, that's right, Walter Zert, still, which is, he'll be back, but he's just, think he's got, like, a couple more days left, is what it is, I want to say. Damn, I was hoping it'd show it. But, so it's not a huge deal. We can just have it be, we just use the Great O'Con, I guess. It's not a terrible idea. Yeah, nice little win for United Empire. Tyler Black and El Kukui against Claudio Castagnoli, and Rex Steiner. It's going to be a steal the show matchup, as Rex is going to beat El Kukui. Sonata and Bushi against, I believe, Brody King and Drew Parker. Yes, Sonata's going to beat Drew Parker in 20 minutes. That's fun for Drew Parker to be at this show. I think we're going to bump that down. Yeah, I think we're going to kind of rotate it around a little bit. Dragon's Den versus Rushmore. As a 6-man, of course, O'Reilly, Garcia, and Show against the Bucks. And Roger Strong is a technical masterclass matchup, as Roddy's going to beat Show. But the actual opener is going to be Yui Moore against Chris Fart, as Yui Moore is going to beat him. Obviously, as the Young Lion's going to lose. Not the biggest main event, when you kind of think about it, but I think it should still deliver relatively well, I'll say. I'm not going to overhype it, just in case it does shit the bed, but I think it's going to be a pretty good show. We'll see. We'll be 38. I figured the opener wouldn't be so hot, but Yui Moore went to the... We gotta give Yui Moore his finishers. He can't be just beating people with a drop kick. Yeah, and because the opener sucked, this now sucks as well. Show, that was the worst guy in the match, so glad he loses there. But solid matchup, though. Muck's doing pretty well there. 75, though, for Tyler Black and El Kukui against Rex Steiner and Claudio Castagnoli. I figured Tyler Black and Claudio would do pretty well here, and they absolutely do. It was Rex Steiner with a military press power slam on El Kukui. A wrong team probably won, but it got the crowd buzzing, though, so at least the Steal the Show matchup might potentially save this card. 72 for the 6-man, as the Headhunter with the guillotine choke over Alexander Hammerstone, tapping him out. See, Hammerstone not doing so well. The Headhunter, though, with 58, that's just hilarious. As Yoshihashi just somehow with a resurgence. Same thing with El Fantasma with a 64. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. 66. Here's, that sucks for Brody King. Getting injured like that. Sonata and Bushi, though, they were the better team. Obviously, the injury, took a big toll on Brody King, but I don't think he still would have, outperformed Drew Parker. Maybe he would have. Who knows? But yeah, Sonata with a rounding body press over Drew Parker. As it looks like that just happened. That was a happenstance injury. But the main event, the 77, Lee Moriarty with the joint custody over Black Taurus. Yeah, Katsuki Nomura on the Black Taurus. Worst guys in the match. Will Hobbs and Moriarty were off their games. Tankman and, Tankman, Brody, and Cradle Khan, best guys in the match. That makes sense. Shout out Calvin Tankman, though, with a 78. That is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, not the greatest main event, and not really probably the greatest show. But I think it's really because the opener just kind of shit the bed. But I think this next day is going to be a lot better. As I will take a look at day 2. I know we're going to have a Shelly El Phantasmo matchup. It's a singles matchup, and they have great chemistry. So that should be a pretty solid little match. We'll see how the rest of the card plays out, though. Alrighty, so a slight change of plans with that 4-way for the New Japan Strong Openweight title. As during the qualifying match, Malachi Black got hurt, and the finish was changed because of that. And I completely forgot what the matchups were, because I was completely wrong. Brody King was nowhere near the qualifying matches. It was going to be Fuminori Abe versus Kira Tozawa. That was one, which Abe obviously won. Calvin Tankman versus Taichi, which Tankman also won. And then Malachi Black was supposed to beat Pentagon Jr., but Pentagon Jr. gets very, very lucky in the fact that he not only hurt him, but because he hurt him so badly, the finish had to be changed. Luckily, Malachi's not going to be out for too long. He'll be out for about a month, but still, that does suck to happen. But Pentagon Jr. now gets a hell of an opportunity to be able to be in a New Japan New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup, and Tanahashi's passing on Psychology to Yuma Anzahi. As, we have a couple of singles matches on this card as well. We just ran the Coventry Sky Dome, but I don't think we're going to be able to fill that. It's not looking like we will. So I was hoping that was I think there's this Planet Ice. Oh, we could also run the O2 Academy in Birmingham. Yeah, I think I'll just stick with that. But yeah, the main event is a big-ass 10-man tag. It's United Empire vs. Task Force Death as Pentagon Jr. Because needed him to get some more momentum here. He's going to beat Jonathan Gresham, which what a major victory that will be. I cannot believe Gresham is okay with that, but we'll roll with it. Walter still is not healthy enough to perform, I don't think, so probably not going to be able to do this. Yep, that's what I thought. As, we'll just kind of save that for whatever we switch out instead. I do like this Dragon's Den, which is, it's Tamura and O'Reilly against AJ and Matt Jackson, rather, as Kyle O'Reilly is going to beat Matt. Oh, it's a technical masterclass matchup, so never mind, that's not going to be the co-main. LIJ vs. House of Torture should probably be the co-main. That's a 6-man tag. It's Hiromu, Tetsuya Naito, and Shingo against Jay White, Miro, and Taiji Ishimori. Shingo's going to beat Ishimori there in 20 minutes. I like that match, though. It's a fun 6-man. Then we'll have Shelly and El Phantasmo. The singles matchup, Shelly will be winning that matchup. And then Francesco versus Shota Umino. And a singles matchup, the fresh bald hair showed, the fresh bald cut, Akira Francesco, of course, going the life of Zen. Which, speaking of that, I just now found out Fuminori Abe is a practicing monk, which is very, very hilarious. First of all, the fact that I was just like, there hasn't like a New Japan like person that's like a monk. That'd be a cool, like, different idea. And literally, we already had a practicing monk on the roster already, in Fuminori Abe. I guess that's probably why Fuminori Abe's wrestled like, I know he wrestled like 200 matches last year. He's got like 70 already now. I do believe he touts that as why he can be able to perform at such a high level for so many matches. All that meditation, all that great energy he's fucking powering, keeps him healthy. That's just what a fun tidbit, though. And as far as we'll have to change this, obviously. I think we're gonna go with the Order of Destruction. And we'll have, trying to think. Yeah, I mean, Astronaut's probably a good call since we're having Abe and Abe and Tankman rather in that tag match. We need a Steal the Show match anyways, I believe. So we'll have it be this, as we'll have Hobbs Oh yeah, that's right. Takuma Morris hurt as well. Just now remember that. Looks like it's gonna be Kota Ibushi. what a what a pop! To just have Ibushi fly into England for this one-shot match. Gotta love that. As boy, yeah, this is. Oh, let's just scrap this whole thing. I am not feeling that at all. Trying to think. Yeah, we'd have Rex. Let's have Rex and Tozawa take on. Let's see here. Trying to think of a good call. I guess we could go with Roddy. I was gonna go with Roddy and Nick Jackson since we just had, as far as Matt and AJ. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it. Fuck it. As we will have the Roderick Strong Nick Jackson team get the win. But have Roddy beat Tozawa. That's a hell of a match, though. Funny enough, I do think that's going to be a banger. 10-minute matchup. There we go. We fumble fucked around, but we got it. We got it. Taken care of. Oh, wow, we have to actually change the time. That's wild. Oh, yeah, this has got to go. Oh, that's right. I forgot Francesco and Shota Umino was the Seal of the Show matchup. Never mind. We didn't need that. Oh, so yeah, we'll just have a Young Lion matchup instead. That works for me. So, yeah, let's use Kuya Miyagi. Actually, let's just go Jonathan Peck in Vart. Taking on the team of... Let's see here. So yeah, we got Shane Strickland. It's a good call. Yeah, let's use Flight Club. So yeah, we'll use Shane Strickland and then Myron Reed. Works for me. Could even use Casanova. Yeah, I think that kind of helped him out, actually. Now just a regular matchup. Yeah, that was all over the place, those road agent notes, too. We had a slow build and steal the show note on there, so that would have been just a shit show and a half. Well, if Strickland win, he's going to beat Peck. I think it's going to be a pretty solid match, though. For what, a Young Lion matchup's going to be on this tour. So, yeah, we'll put that there. I want to bump this down a little bit, if we can, to about 10 minutes. I don't think it's really going to matter a whole lot, but... yeah, we'll just give it more time. Fuck it. Be a 2-hour show anyways. It's probably for the best. Yeah, we should be good to go, though. Should be. We'll see how it goes. 53 for the opening. Yeah, not bad. Casanova and Shane Strickland doing pretty well there. 56 and 54. As, Shane Strickland with the handspring back elbow over Jonathan Beck. 10-19. 75 for Tamora and Kyle O'Reilly. Against AJ and Matt Jackson as Kyle O'Reilly pinning Matt Jackson with the Brainbuster. Good shit. Good shit there. Ooh, 57 there. I figured it was going to be pretty bad, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. Francesco was off his game, but he gets the one with Utaka. 10-20. Basically, Shelley and El Fantasmo. As Shelley gets the one with the Border City stretch in 1940. 2 points better is El Fantasmo, so a bit of an upset. That's all in the matchup. At 73 here. My God, everyone's just getting hurt this tour. Shingo with the Made in Japan. He's got chronic shoulder pain now. Luckily, he's not going to be on that final show. But yeah, Hiromu with an 86. He's quite good. He is quite good. Miro's one of Costa too. Just great. 82 though for the 10-man main event. Pentagon Jr. with a fear factor over Jonathan Gresham. Yeah, I mean he did a lot better on the strong taping than he does here because he was like in the 70s for his Malachi Black match, but that's all right though. I mean I'm all for Pentagon Jr. getting a major win. It's pretty close. It's just wild that Zach with a 74 again. Makabe and Pac, the best guys in the match. Just hilarious. Here we go. Yeah. So we got through the tour. Painstakingly, might I add, but we got through it. Fucking brutal, man, the injuries. Literally, an injury every single show, from the first and the second tour show and the strong taping. Somebody got hurt. Unreal. Unreal. Hopefully nobody gets hurt here on this final show. That would be a blessing. As, yeah, on to the final show we go. Hopefully it's going to be in Wembley. I doubt it will be, but one can hope. Alrighty, the Royal Quest show. So they got us in the Midlands. It will definitely be not running there. So yeah, we ran the O2 Arena last year as a sellout, so I'm assuming we will not be anywhere close to Wembley Stadium. But hey, you never know. 66,000 is not too bad. Yeah, we're still away from the 090, but yeah, good ways to go. So yeah, I mean, the O2 Arena is kind of a joke now. Oh, we could run Stamford Bridge. Huh. Yeah. It'd be fun. Yeah, I'm trying to. I could have swore about to say, yeah, we can run London Stadium where the Olympics were. That'd be fun. Hell yeah. Well, shit. Where's Old Trafford? Oh yeah, we're nowhere close. If we probably didn't run there though, we might have been there. I'll have to remind myself to do that next time. But yeah, main event: Pac, Zack Sabre Jr. heavyweight title matchup. So originally, this was going to be a 60-minute time limit draw, but I figured probably not the best idea. So we went with Zack beating him. Oh, this should be a hell of a match, though. Obviously, love Pac to death, but I just don't think it's time. As far as Pac and Zack, they only had the one match in New Japan. It was the G1 match that had the draw already. But yeah, Pac and him had traded Rev Pro title wins in the save. I think it's going to be a hell of a match, though. Should be a banger. Then the co-main event, as far as with Tyler Black and Claudio Castagnoli, wouldn't be surprised if this match is the best thing on the card, honestly. I really do think it's going to be a hell of a match. And Tyler Black will be beating Claudio Castagnoli, so a quick title change for Tyler Black. And, as far as for Claudio, just feel like it's time. He's had the belt since May. And May to October is a good run, and I think Tyler Black gives us just a little bit more oomph with his reign. And now I'm trying to remember what the it's the title matches, the tag title matches next. So Hiromu Naito against Jay White and Miro. Miro's going to retain here with Jay White, but the big news is now turning, and a man who was saying, yeah, I'm not going to do this fucking Zen bullshit with what Okada's doing. I'm not going to shave my head. He left, Chaos high and dry, and he has found his new home in the House of Torture. So obviously they are beefing up. When you have a potential trio of Miro, Doring, and Brody King, you got some beefy boys over there. I like it. I like the move, and I think it's going to be really beneficial. I think Jay White and Joe Doring's a fun team too as well. As Tetsuya Naito was going to complain about it, but noticed the intimidating sight of Miro cracking his knuckles and glaring and had a change of heart. Hell yeah. Brody Lee and Walter, though. Intercontinental title matchup. Walter retains here. And yeah, obviously, I think the crowd would love that match. I think that's a fun match to run. Then Kushida, Juice Robinson for the G1 briefcase. Juice is going to retain the briefcase there. 13-minute matchup. Because we obviously need a Steel Train matchup. Then the 4-way, the New Japan Strong Openweight title matchup, as the Great Okan. He's going to beat Fuminori Abe here. Love this 4-way, though, because it's really the idea of, two, juniors and then, two massive heavyweights. And I just like that, the dichotomy of that. You can have so many kind of different, flows of the match, and you can have so many different spots to where you can have, from any type of scenario, having, Pentagon Jr. face off against Great Okan, and, having Tankman, kind of be a bowling ball in there and lay guys out. I just think it'd be a lot of fun to see. But yeah, Okan's going to retain. Keeps the belt, beats Abe. I think that's the right call. I don't think Okan needs to drop the belt anytime soon. Then Garcia and O'Reilly, losing to the Young Bucks here. That's their first defense. Garcia's going to lose, probably to the Meltzer Drive. And then the opener, Nakamura and Alex Shelley will be beating the Court of Justice team. Self Phantasmo and Hanare will be losing. I think we're going to have Hanare lose, because we've had a Phantasmo losing a good bit during this tour. Yeah, I think that's for the best there. Oh, Nakamura's the agent. Nice. As, trying to think what we need to add. Oh yeah, Robert King's given too much. He doesn't have the main. He must have the co-main then. Yep. Let that be Davey. Perfect. We'll add a couple of post-show press conferences now. As obviously the House of Torture one. House of Torture. With obviously Jay and Miro and the Nil joining the House of Torture and Joe Doring. Love Brody King there. As well, yeah, we'll just kind of have the flock of House of Torture. Besides Takeda and Sujora, unfortunately, because they haven't been on the whole tour yet, so we'll just make sure they don't have to be there. But yeah, mainly it's just Miro, White, and Doring cutting the promo. Hell yeah, we'll have one with United Empire. With, obviously, the successful retains for Zack Sabre Jr., the Great O'Khan, and Walter. Big night for them. Pitching a perfect shutout, 3 for 3. Big day for them. Yeah, we'll have that. And then, last one we'll probably have, I'm trying to think, what would be a good final one to have. I was thinking it was either going to be Tyler Black. Yeah, I think Tyler Black's a good call. Hyping up his U.S. title win and just saying, just like already in a year, look at what he's done, as far as been Intercontinental Champion, U.S. Champion now, and he's only going up from here. Oh, yeah, we'll have that, we'll have that be the final one, I guess. Yeah. Alright, I think it's going to be a pretty solid show, though. Really do, as, we're going Gaijin heavy with it being, in the UK, but I think it's going to go over pretty well, with this card. We shall see. And the 7-8 for the opener. Nakamura and Shelley beating the El Fantasma Hanare team fairly easy. Nakamura with the triangle choke win over Hanare in 20 minutes. 80 for the Bucks against Kyle O'Reilly and Daniel Garcia. Not a bad little matchup here, as the first defense of the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. Nick Jackson with the Meltzer drive over Daniel Garcia. It's an 83 for Pentagon Jr., Fumino Arabe, Calvin Dinkman, the Great O'Khan, the four-way that goes over really well. It's funny, Great O'Khan was the worst guy in the match, and he gets the win. It's actually a really good match. An 83, we'll gladly take that, though. That was really good. O'Khan with the Cobra Clutch, though, over Abe, picking up the win. 72 here for Juice in Kushida. I was afraid that might be, knocked down because it's too short for an important match. But Juice, outperforming Kushida, gets the one with the Pulp Friction and keeps that G1 briefcase. He's got one more match, and it's against Ayano Tamura. So we'll see how Tamura does with that matchup, because that is major if he can be able to beat Juice Robinson. That would be... So he is kind of the last savior for New Japan, in a fun way, as far as Juice was wanting to have the injustice be done. Wow! But Walter and Brody Lee is an 87. As the Burning Lariat from Walter, he killed it here. Second defense of his Intercontinental title, and just a banger matchup there. 89 for the tag team title matchup, Hiromu and Naito. Losing to Miro and Jay White. With the interference, we see the attack from Joe Doring onto Naito. We'll have Naito and Sonata take on Doring and Brody King. We're also going to have, as far as, Hiromu and, probably Hiromu and Bushi against Jay White and Drew Parker, maybe something along those lines. But just different tag matches, so that way it's not a big-ass 8-man. It could be 2 and 2. Just to change it up a little bit. I might even have, as far as another team kind of challenge. I don't think we'll probably do that, though, because they've had a couple of challenges already, Jay White and Miro. So I think it'd be nice change of pace for them at Power Struggle. And 89, though, is very solid to see. It's a 90 for Tyler Black and Claudio Castagnoli, the new U.S. champion. Tyler Black was a curb stomp in 27:57. It's a banger. It's a banger there. And the main event, it's a 93. Pac outperformed him as Zack Sabre Jr. with a Sabre driver in 32:52. What a win for Zack Sabre Jr. Tough break for Pac. But definitely both guys should be ashamed of their performance here. That was a really good show. That was definitely one of the better Royal Quest shows we'll ever do. Yeah, United Empire, though, looking strong. Love it. Absolutely love it. 69 for the House of Torture, and of course, Tyler Black. Got a hell of a promo there for the post-show press conference. Hyping up his big win. And so, yeah, probably his maniacal laugh getting into the press conference. But yeah, I mean, that was actually a really good show. The New Japan Strong Openweight title match did a lot better than I expected. Both those title matches actually did really well. Probably should have pushed those up. Probably should have Juice and Kushida follow Nakamura and Shelley versus Honori and El Fantasmo to make this like the perfect card. But I'm very, very pleased with how that went. Yes, as yeah, we'll put over. Yeah, we'll give a hug to Pac, man. It's like, listen, your time's coming though. You've been putting in fantastic effort, and we'll put over Tyler Black and we'll put over Walter as well. Big night for the Gaijins, though. Obviously, as you know, this was we're catering towards our audience. That is for sure. Even though I'm sure those guys showing up to the London stadium as wanting to, see some Japanese talent as well, and they got their fair share. Obviously, get to see Nakamura and Hiromu and Naito and Fuminori Abe and Kushida. So yeah, they got to see some of the talent as well. But on to the Power Struggle show now, and Zack Sabre Jr. keeps the run going as of course Kota Ibushi beat him during the G1, so that will be his next challenger. Another one up, and that's going to be massive. Of course, we talked about the Juice Tamura for the G1 briefcase, and also that's going to be a big time show because we'll get to see a new debut happening on that episode, so that should be fun to see as let's just say Blastoff's getting a little bigger, and I think it's going to be a much needed improvement for Blastoff, and I think it's going to make a lot of sense too to have these people involved in Blastoff as well. As should be a pretty solid show. It's going to be tough to top that Royal Quest show, but obviously with the Ibushi Zack Sabre Jr. main event, should be really good. As I'm sure we'll have a junior heavyweight title matchup as well. We'll probably showcase some of the belts that were not on that Royal Quest show. So probably we'll see with Tamura though, because Tamura's got the Juice Robinson briefcase match. I know. I think the Power Struggle tour it does start tomorrow, so quick turnaround for us. Want to make sure we re-sign Lee Moriarty. I know that much. He's the man. He's been killing it. Yes, that's kind of the plans going forward. Hey, we got a talent point to spin as well. I guess we'll go with leadership, I guess. Really not sure what we're going to go with for it. But yeah, also the backstage rules have been changed. I really wanted to give the talent as much as, as far as much benefits as we can. So they got a masseuse, they got a chiropractor back there, the transportation's organized and paid for, the catering's there, everything's paid for, the hotels are organized and paid for. Just, all overall, a nice benefit, hopefully, to the, which, I think the locker room morale was already at 100 before that, so now it's really, really positive, which is great to see. But yeah, I mean, now that Power Struggle tour, it's a long one, though. It's much longer than what we just had with the Royal Quest tour, 10 days, and then also following that into the Wrestle Grand Slam tour, and obviously then we'll be in the Tag League, and before you know it, we'll be at Wrestle Kingdom, and we'll be in 2025. Dear God, that seems so far away. We'll be officially, man, to think that we'll be in year 6 of the save. Whew. Wild. Absolutely wild to think. But, and we're just a short couple episodes away. So we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.